on the air and join Africa's biggest omni-sport conversation right now. WhatsApp us +27 788 777716.
Just before we get to the Champions, we just had to get this one in here. Milan Pirates 1-0. They win. They go top of the table. No matter what Sundowns do tonight, Pirates will stay top of the league.
Yeah, dude, did you buy your Orlando Pirates fan last night? We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league.
It's going to happen. It's written in the stars. It's written in the stars. It is going to happen. Sundowns going to lose tonight, and then Pirates will probably... By the way, it's the greatest start Pirates have had to the PSL. 7 wins in a row.
That's incredible. Evidence Makopa was in great form last night. He's been a revelation this season.
He has.
Yeah, been excellent. Best name in PSL at the moment.
Yeah, Evidence is one of those great names that he should have been a lawyer. He has to be a lawyer because present the evidence. I'm here already. It would be amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, Your Honour, we like to put into evidence, and he's Exhibit 1.
That would be absolutely awesome. I'll tell you what else is awesome is if you're Kevin McCullum and the likes, it was last night, it was a dream. You've got one of the best players to ever play in the, certainly for me, I think he's the greatest midfielder I saw in this last generation. Xabi Alonso, the greatest passer of football I've ever seen, as much as it pains me. He returned last night. Amazing ovation from what I saw on social media that he got, quite rightly an icon of at Anfield. They lost 4-0 though, so even better. So it's like, okay, Xabi, great to have you back. Let's give you a beat down. Why didn't you come as a manager? 4-0. Diaz gets a hat-trick. Gakpo gets one. Virgil van Dijk spoke about how he sees this side as performing well, but still a work in progress.
We try to solve it obviously on the pitch as well when we can. It doesn't always go perfect like we obviously see in so many games this year, but the good thing is that we, and he mentioned that yesterday I think as well, that we are willing to make sure that we defend together. So if they beat the press, we are sprinting back in order to not conceding any unnecessary chances or crosses in or whatever. But there are also so many things and so many moments in games that we are doing it very well. And, like I said, I think so far so good in terms of results. But we all realize as well that we can improve, and where we are right now and still being able to improve, I think it's only a positive thing, and it's on us to keep doing it.
One of the biggest fallacies in the world is, I'm sure you've heard this a lot, or my parents used to say it all the time, it's the copy is never as good as the original. Well, it actually turns out it's the other way around. Usually when you copy something, you perfect it because you eke out the errors from before. I think Liverpool might be better now than under Klopp. I know it's very difficult for Liverpool fans to hear, but because Arne's got that rigidity, the heavy metal, he's actually just turning the heavy metal down to pop music. It's like, oh, let's also defend. Yeah. And he's got great defensive rigidity. On the eye, it's not as easy because it's slightly more pragmatic, but Liverpool look more in control now more than ever.
Yeah, they become a team of two halves for me. They did this last night as well. First half was a bit average. Second half, they just shift up the gears, and Leverkusen couldn't live with them. They had to book their goalkeeper, for Leverkusen's goalkeeper, for time wasting. He was being a bit blatant. Jeremy Frimpong took a dive in the box. But then Luis Diaz, on for the first time, starting the central defender in place of Nunes, he was outstanding. He was just extraordinary. His first little goal, that little dink, Gakpo. And Gakpo is the biggest difference for me and Curtis Jones under Slot, because he's given them their leash, and off you go. Let's set free the dogs of war and all that.
Set free the dogs of war, indeed. I mean, 4-0 is an absolute hammering against a team that, remember, didn't lose a game in the Bundesliga last season. So serious stuff. Tell you what you must like as a Liverpool fan. The one thing you must have been worried about is, as Mo Salah goes out the door, how do we replace the goals? Forget about how good Mo Salah is. If Luis Diaz can take over that, oh my God.
I really hope doesn't go. It'd be such a waste. Mo won't go. Don't go, Mo.
Don't go, Mo, they say. I'll tell you where they say don't go as well. Kylian, don't go. Don't go on the field is what they're saying in Real Madrid, the capital of Spain. Thiaw, Morata and Reijnders scored 3 for AC Milan. Vinicius got the pen. But at Real Madrid, oh my goodness, they said Olympus has fallen in India. What is going on at Real Madrid? 3-1 loss at home against AC Milan. Carlo Ancelotti coming out and saying, listen, they're going to have to go look in the mirror, players and managers. Ugh.
Wasn't that long ago they lost 4-0 to Barcelona? They are in trouble. They are in big trouble. Kylian Mbappe just is not fitting into the system. Huge waste of money. I think he should go back to PSG and just be a big fish in a little pond.
Problem is, he sued them for 55 million euros and won. I can't imagine the Qataris, who are emirs and actually have a caste system that dates back to about 3,000 years ago, would welcome him back with open arms. So Kylian Mbappe, hey, listen, you made your bed. You know what? What's the old adage? It's a lot easier to cry in your silk sheets than under a bridge. So Kylian Mbappe is having a tough time, but you know, he just got 55 million euros for doing absolutely nothing, and then he's moved to Real Madrid, where he got 120 million euros just to sign. I think he's doing fine.
Yeah, Milan are supposed to be a team in trouble.
In transition.
In transition.
They're developing, Kevin.
Anyway, Christian Pulisic looked great. I'm getting annoyed with this. You're a team. Play in the moment. You can't develop the rest of your life. I mean, people keep saying to me, Kevin, are you growing as a person? I can't grow anymore.
Yeah.
I'm in my 50s. I don't know. I'm finished. I'm at my peak.
Yes.
I was at my peak about 20 years ago.
Yes, I'm on the other side. Just be who you are, damn it. I hear you, Kev. No, but you are right. I mean, listen, for AC Milan, aside, they aren't the AC Milan of Carlo Ancelotti's time. You remember when he had Shevchenko and Inzaghi and Cafu and Maldini and Nesta? They don't have that anymore. They certainly aren't that team. For Real Madrid to take 3 at home, No. Something is amiss. And the Kylian Mbappe thing, we've discussed it before. If you're just joining us, we're discussing the football results from the Champions League, European Champions League last night. It's a problem because if there's one thing I love saying, is I told you so. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I know people say you shouldn't say that. No. I love saying I told you. It's one of my favorite things in the world. When they signed Mbappe, I was like, you already have Vinicius. Mm-hmm. Like, on the left wing, you've already got, for me, 3 years ago, Vinicius, I was like, oh, no, wait, this is the guy. But you've also got Rodrigo, by the way, who's still to come back. And now you've got Valverde. Not sure if you saw his girlfriend coming out and saying he's not a winger. Carlo Ancelotti is not impressed about someone's girlfriend. Yeah, so Valverde's girlfriend...
She was talking about football, wasn't she?
She was talking about... Well, yeah, no, the winger comment was absolutely about football. Okay. Carlo Ancelotti, not happy about that, saying, I did not see what's going on social media. You can be sure Valverde is going to have a word with the man with the people's eye. But it's a problem for Kylian Mbappe because he's not a striker. And especially when you've got someone dominant like Vinicius. I'm telling you, I know footballers. I lived this life for 7 years at the professional level, is that they won't say it out loud. The ego on both of them, mm-hmm. I guarantee you, is so enormous because Vinicius is the star of Brazil. Not, with all due respect, he's not like a South African star who's relevant just here. Brazil are the team. Like today, still to this day, I think young people run around. I certainly used to run around. I wanted to be Rivaldo. I wanted to be R9 Ronaldo. I had every. As soon as they released the R9 boots, I went and got them. And I'm a Copa Mundial guy, all Adidas. But if those Nikes came out, I had those blue ones, those famous ones with the blue slits. I want to be a Brazilian. There's no way Vinicius is accepting Kylian Mbappe as the next guy. And by the way, for footballers, there's only one measurement: money. There's money. These guys don't care about anything else but money. And Vinicius can see how much this guy's getting. It would be interesting to see how Ancelotti handles this one, because if there's one guy I think who can handle it, it's him. But let's see.
Yeah.
Muchos problemas, as they say in Spain. Let's move over to another Spanish guy who's having problems. We'll start off with following back-to-back losses against Spurs, Bournemouth, and now Sporting. Man City midfielder Bernardo Silva believes they must get back on track, and they are absolutely no.
They won all the duels. They put more determination. They were better in all the departments. So that's the way that we have to deal with it. Each one of us individually, we have to take a look at it at ourselves, and be ready for the games. Try to the injured players try to come back as possible with the full squad. We're stronger, but that's no excuse, because with the players that we have in our squad, we should do much better than we did in our last game, and perform better individually in every action. Be ready for the games, and start winning again, because this club, the standards that we set over the last...
They don't have any players in depth at the moment. They're struggling. He's talking about NBA type schedules. He's struggling with that. They are making excuses. Kevin De Bruyne needs to come back ASAP. Rodri's not going to be back for a while. They're in trouble.
Bernardo Silva said that they are in a dark place. Pep Guardiola said he does not think they're in a dark place. Here's what Pep had to say.
Don't regret you cannot concede the third or fourth. You have perhaps not necessary the penalties. I would say, we cannot start the second half scoring goal. Yeah, it can happen. They do the good action, can happen, but 44 minutes or 47 minutes left. And emotionally, we were in that position stable. I think we make a really good first half against a top team. We were close to score the second, the third, and emotion is difficult when we play the first half that we played, and after 2 minutes, second half, we are losing 3-1. It's not easy to swallow, but it's an experience, and I'm here. So it's a big challenge, and we knew that will be a tough season for a start. We know it. We talk about that for many reasons, but this is what it is. I like it. I love it. I want to face it and lift my players and try it.
Sexy voice.
It is. Pep's.
I love it.
I love it. I want to try it. That's what Pep Guardiola says. All right, let's move over to the very same game, but let's move over to the other side. You just heard Bernardo Silva, Portuguese man speaking English. Well, sporting manager Ruben Amorim got a little taste of what it might be like as a foreigner in England with the British media.
For all people who are going to be watching this game, interested in Manchester City, in Sporting and in Manchester United. One answer in English.
You'll have time you'll have time to hear Ruben speaking English. Now it's time for him to speak.
Have Manchester United asked you not to speak in English?
No.
I wondered if you were aware that obviously to win tomorrow night will be brilliant for your current club, but also brilliant for your new club. You could be a hero even before you get on a plane to Manchester. Has that crossed your mind? In English, please.
Sorry, I cannot speak in English now.
Why?
Sorry.
Why?
Sorry. They will miss me in Portuguese, so I have to speak Portuguese.
They've had about 25 minutes in Portuguese.
I know.
We want 10 seconds in English.
We'll proceed in Portuguese. Next week, you can hear him talking English. Okay.
Yes. More basic.
It's like a cold shoulder to all your English fans.
No, sorry.
That was Gary Cottrell, who was famous for, he's on Sky Sports, but remember the very awkward interaction he had with Eric Ten Hag as well, as he was walking. I think it was a Stoke City. I can't remember where it was. So, hey, listen, Ruben Amorim, I've been told by someone very wise, is people always show you who they are. Believe them the first time. The British media is this. Gary Cottrell, who is one of the main reporters, this is what he does. So if he wants to know what it's going to be like in England, by the way, this is what it's like when you've won. Imagine when you lose at Manchester United. Ruben Amorim gets a taste of things to come at Manchester United. Another club in trouble, tumultuous, Kaizer Chiefs. We have a former star who played for not only Mamelodi Sundowns, but Kaizer Chiefs as well. He was a star for both. Jos Tahlahla will join us in 60 seconds.
Listen live and on demand.
Welcome to Omni Sport.